I've been working in corporate America for several decades, I guess you could say, and I just got fed up with the corporate culture and corporate America, the way things were going, and I decided to venture out on my own and open my own business. And a lot of my friends always said you should open a restaurant, and Smokeys is a result of it. In Singapore, it's a foodie culture, so it seemed to just make sense. I was living here at the time, and why not?
And now that you have opened 2 outlets in Singapore, do you have any plans to expand bigger?
Well, of course. I mean, it's always on the roadmap to grow and expand the brand and also venture into other possible ideas. But yeah, there's nothing planned for the immediate future, but long-term roadmap, yeah, we'd like to do at least 4 or 5 this similar type of concept throughout Singapore.
Now, one of your signature dishes is the pork ribs, I heard. And so what's the secret behind in making a great pork rib?
Oh man, that's kind of a complicated question because everyone does it differently. We have our way, which is very proprietary, but the secret is keep it legit. You know, that's one of the biggest things. Using a legitimate dry rub without liquid or powdered smoke in the dry rub or the barbecue sauce. Legitimately smoking it and slow cooking it. Now those are big parts to it. And of course, having good quality meat coming in and good quality sauces that you use. We still make all our own. I personally make the dry rub and the barbecue sauce.
Now, what is a good pork rib to you?
A good pork rib?
Yeah, what's the philosophy of a good pork rib here at Smokeys BBQ?
As far as how the end product is, or I mean, it needs to be juicy, or I prefer it to be slightly falling off the bone, just a little bit of resistance to that falling off, but from there to absolutely falling off as you're cutting through it is I think, a really good factor of having really good ribs, but not dry. It has to be nice and moist.
Any plans to export your marinade sauce?
Yes, we're playing with the idea to do not mass produce it, but have it bottled and on the supermarket shelf along with a dry rub, and then do the. We also have a franchise model that we've created. So because I've built my own smokers through a local company, we can actually the model can be replicated in other countries.
Now, what's your 3 key secrets in adapting new cultures, especially in a country like Singapore, as an American setting up a business? Now, what is your success story behind it?
Well, as far as Smokeys is concerned, is keeping it real. Because Singapore is quite easy to adapt into as far as being an American because it's such a international community, English speaking. There's a lot of expats here. But a lot of Singaporeans and locals are quite well traveled. They've been to the U.S. They know what it tastes like. And just keep it real, not manipulating anything, make it slightly more localized or anything. I had a few people ask me that question. They said, then it wouldn't be real American barbecue, then it would be kind of a fusion.
So, why do you call Smokeys BBQ? What's the inspiration behind that name?
Well, it's just the type of food we serve. So, I mean, they're just about our main menu items are smoked baby back ribs, smoked St. Louis ribs, brisket, pulled pork. All of those are smoked meats.
What will be your 3 key lessons that you have learned after you have set up this business? Looking back.
3 key lessons. I mean, just not so much lessons, but principles. Is keep a smile on your face, keep good product coming in the door, keep nothing but good product going out across the window into the customer's table, and then when there's an issue, then correct it graciously.
Now, what will be your 1 key challenge that you see Smokeys BBQ coming up next in the near future?
Well, I mean, as always, with any restaurant or F&B outlet in Singapore, manpower is always an issue. Finding quality manpower that provides a level of service that my customers expect. That's a struggle in this country.
So, but do you think that it will develop and mature in time to come?
I hope so. I mean, policies and the way that things are going nowadays, I understand why they're in place and the reason for them to be in place, and fair enough. But it is, I mean, all the restaurant FMEs are really being strengthened right now with manpower, finding good manpower. I mean, it's in the news all the time where people are complaining about levels of service dropping off, quality of service dropping off, everyone being understaffed. It's having an effect. Restaurants close down too because of manpower.
So how do you overcome those challenges in terms of manpower constraints?
Well, the first restaurant I opened was still a big challenge because of its location. One bus serves it, so it makes it very inconvenient for students and locals to come to work. So I have to staff that pretty heavily with foreigners, but not heavily, but within the laws. And where this place here is all locals because it's convenient. MRT is close by, buses are close by.
So the location is the key.
Exactly.
For all restaurants.
Right.
So one last question: how can our viewers find out more information about your restaurant and where they can visit, as well as even for franchise opportunities?
Well, franchise opportunities could be done through a stream consulting. That's ASTREEM Consulting. And then they can find out more about us on Facebook on Smokeys BBQ in Singapore, or our website is smokeysbbq.com.sg.
Well, thank you for joining us here at the National Critics' Choice. And before we actually really go, there's one fan that asked, is it a real challenge for you to wake up early in the morning to prepare all the ingredients for you?
No, I never wake up early in the morning.
Once again, thank you for joining us here at the National Critics' Choice. And folks, please do visit their website for more information, and also do try the best pork ribs in Singapore.
Thanks.